This video is to present the daily log in InquiryMax. So when you first log into InquiryMax, it's highly likely that this is the page you will see. The daily log is really useful because it will show everything that you've got to do today and what you've missed previous days. So it's just your daily activity chart. So if you leave today with this in tip-top condition and everything actioned, then tomorrow you're going to come into work with no overdues, ready to go again. So it's a really good way of just managing your system. So we've got the daily log, today's date. Obviously you can flick it back to previous days if you wish. You can change this from today, week, month, etc. So if I just click to the month, it changes your trending graphs as well. Let's go back to today. The middle area here is telling you what have you got on that's in for today or overdue. So there's 40 active prospects that I need to contact today to get my system up to a clean level. Okay, so if I can contact all of them, then tomorrow I have no overdues. I have 4 active offers, which are customers that have had figures. So these are obviously my hot prospects that I need to contact. No test drives booked for today. Then the opportunities area. So we've got a manufacturer lead. So if you have a manufacturer leads that get delivered into your InquiryMax system, that's where they go. I haven't got any in there in my test site, but I do have group leads, which is a similar thing. So group leads is manufacturer leads would be anything from the brand you represent. Group leads would be a lead that maybe has come through from your own website or Auto Trader, or if you use Rapid RTC as a lead source to push into InquiryMax, then you'll get rapid leads straight into here as well. And basically all you're looking to do at the end of each day is to make sure everything's actioned. There is another video on the YouTube channel which highlights how to allocate and create leads from the group leads and manufacturer leads section. Reception calls is telling you if you have had any passed into you, and then captured inquiries will show what customers have you loaded today as new inquiries, the method of contact, source of inquiry, and where they've been moved forward to. So you can see the last contact is actually today's date, so you can see the 26th of September here. So last contact is today, and the next contact is in 3 days' time. If I hover over the customer's name, it will tell me that he's interested in a used e-pace and the demo is booked for the weekend. Now, that's what you're really looking for in each of the next 3, is at the end of each day, your next contact line, everything should have a date in it, but the date can't say today, because otherwise tomorrow it's going to say 1 day overdue and you're going to start building up your overdue contacts. So next one down is our telephone email contacts. So you can see here that everything has got today's date on it. So as I said, at the end of today, as long as everything in here has got a forward action date, then I know tomorrow I'm going to come in with a clean diary. Showroom appointments, again, I've got 2 that are still in for today that are appointments that are due in today. And then I've got this one here that I loaded as a new inquiry, so it's 0 days active, and that's the one that was also in captured inquiries. So any new inquiries you load by a visit, a walk-in, will appear in here, or any inquiries you load by telephone or email. So a remote lead will drop into here as well with days active 0. So you will get a little bit of crossover between the two. Your orders will tell you how many cars you've sold today, and again a next action date. If I have an overdue here, then it's really simple to clear it down. Just right click on the red, open link in a new window. It will then take me into the diary where the customer is and overdue, which I think it was that one. For me to then mark what I've done with it, he's dealt, and then I can update it, move it to a future point for a pre-handover, and mark handover, something like that. Okay, and then once I close the screen down, if I refresh this page now, that should be, if I go back into my orders, you can see it's now got a forward date of the 28th. Okay, so you can see how easy it is to move things forwards. Pre-handover contacts are people that have bought but not yet collected, and again, very easy to move them. So if I were to right click there again, open link in new window, update the overdue record and move it to a future point. Today's handovers, where they both say S here, once you mark a handover completed in the calendar, it will actually change that status to a D. So if I just show you, if we just go into our calendar for today, go down to our handovers. Okay, it's just asking me to put some policy numbers in, so I'll just put something into here. Now, it won't. Your system might not ask you for policy numbers. It depends on how you've got your system set up. So if we go back to calendar now, and then try and hand over that vehicle. Has it been delivered? Yes, it has. Customer is happy. I can put a registration number in there, E68YG3, and then continue. And that will then move that forward to a future follow-up automatically. So it's gone in for a one-day follow-up call for tomorrow. But you can see it's changed to a status D here. So if I go back into my daily log and go to my handovers, you can see that's now a status D. Post-handover contacts are customers that are in that post-delivery follow-up plan. So anyone that's picked up their car that we're due to call to say, are you happy? Is everything okay? Lost opportunities. As a sales executive, you won't generally be able to accept lost opportunities unless you've got the privilege to do so. So normally as a salesperson, it would be for the manager to actually accept or reject your lost sale request. So for managers, we would expect you to have a look at the reason here as to why it's being lost sold, and then hover over the customer's name to get maybe a little bit more detail to make sure that the notes against the inquiry, the notes against the customer name, match the reason that it's being lost sold. Okay. Cancelled orders is anyone that's purchased a vehicle that you then choose to lost sale, and they go to a lost sale, they go to a cancelled order. Total overdue contacts. So this action required area, really simple. Just try and get all these reds to as a smaller number as possible. So you can see overdues here. Again, to clear the overdue, just right click, open link in a new window, and then move it to a future point, and then that will be clear. Group leads not actioned. Well, we've kind of touched on that over on this side of the page as well. So group leads not actioned matches the group leads tab anyway. Okay. Reception not actioned. So if I'd had any reception calls that I either hadn't called back or hadn't created as an inquiry, would be in there. Excessive future contacts. Any customer that is moved more than 10 days as an unsold customer, so status AP or AO, so unsold customers, if it gets moved then forward more than 10 days in the future, then it will get moved into an excessive future contacts state, just so the manager can keep an eye on where the inquiries are being put forward to, and then if you have a gap of more than 10 days, then hover over here and it should give you a clear note as to why it's been moved there. You can see this one's been moved excessively into the future, so I would be saying to the sales exec, why have you put it there, and does it need to stay in the system? Is it worth us just lost sailing it or mark it lost opportunity? Then lastly is active inquiries over 50 days. So we believe that in Inquiry Max that most customers will purchase a vehicle within the first 20 days, maybe going up to 30, but the opportunity to sell to an inquiry that's over 30 days old diminishes quite quickly. So in here we're saying, well, if there's inquiries over 50 days old, again, if you hover over the name, you should be able to get a clear understanding from the notes as to why it's still in the system. And what you're looking for is reciprocated dialogue. You're looking for customers responding to emails and notes that show there's been a discussion over the phone, perhaps, not just left message, left message, left message, left message. Okay. In the daily log, you do have these numbers here which do create shortcuts. So when you're in the daily log, I would recommend never click on the customer's name, always click onto the number, and then you can open the new tab, you can transfer the customer, or you can lost sale from here. So it's really simple to be able to action things without having to go into different screens to do so. So that's the daily log. As I said, probably one of the most important parts of Inquiry Max, and what we'd really expect you to get a really great understanding of, because this will help you drive your business. This will help you drive your sales from an exec point of view, from a manager on site, or from a group head. It's a really good system to use, good dashboard. Many thanks.